So they just want us to get together and talk about it, and then we do it on our own.
Yeah, I mean, me and the lady were going through it. We got 5 questions done, and then she disconnected, and I'm not sure. I've so.
And then how do you do you just send this like link to the teacher, and that's how he sees that we were able to meet up?
Yeah, there's a discussion board, and then I'll just post a link to the discussion board, and I'll just say who was there. Instructions say to do so.
Alrighty.
That's what I do.
Okay, I'm trying to get to the quiz.
Oh, you're okay.
And that quiz is due tonight, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we only get 1 attempt on this, right?
One, which kind of sucks. But
This is gonna be
just the way it is, I guess.
Not very good.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Okay. Sorry, I gotta move rooms. I got 2 computers I gotta move.
No problem.
Oh.
You guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually might have to leave here soon. I haven't been able to check my email, and another class, I guess, is meeting with the teacher at 8.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I might have to leave, and then I guess, I don't know how long you guys are going to be collaborating, but if you guys are still on, I can send an email, and if you guys are still going.
Okay. Sounds good. Have you done the quiz yet or worked on it?
No, I haven't. I just got back from being out, and so I was just looking at it when I connected with Andrew.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so did you, 1 second. Okay, were you did the math wrong on the question 6? So I think the lemonade pizza one is 2 over 3, not 6 over 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was thinking that if you're looking at their benefit, like their specialization in trade, I was
Yeah.
thinking Alice's is lemonade, whereas Betty's would be pizza. Am I wrong?
Yeah, well, because I remember like in the chapter talked about the comparative advantage and the absolute advantage, and so Betty has the absolute advantage. So I think it boils down to who has a greater opportunity cost for each thing.
Yeah, because I think when Alice does it, she has a better opportunity cost of lemonade than she does pizza.
Yeah,
Whereas
she for
Betty,
every
so Betty's pizza is better.
yeah, so she's 2 for 1. So it's for 1 lemonade, she'd have 1/2 pizza, right?
Yeah, so I think Alice should produce more lemonade and Betty should produce more pizza. But
Yeah, I would agree with that.
does that makes am I thinking about that right? Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, I think so because she's only losing 1/2 a pizza for 1 lemonade, and then she's losing for 3 lemonades. She's losing 2 pizzas. So
Yeah.
for 1 lemonade, she's losing 1/3 pizza. So wait, for 1 lemonade, she's losing 1/3 pizza. So does she actually have better or lower opportunity cost?
Oh wait, so she can do 3 lemonades, so maybe it is Alice doing more pizza.
Yeah, because she can do 3 lemonades, but she has to give up 2 pizzas. So for 1 lemonade, she's doing 1/3 pizza. Would that be right? Am I thinking about that right?
Well, so here's what I was wondering, because when they did it in the book, they were talking about the potatoes and beef,
Mm-hmm.
and they went by their production point, which is where they're at right now.
Yeah.
And so the production point for Alice is 2 1/2, right? 2 lemonades for 1 pizza,
Yeah.
and Betty's is 1 and 1
Mm-hmm.
because she's at 180 and 180.
Yeah, because it's 175. Yeah.
And so
So
so if Alice did more pizza, she would lose more lemonade, whereas Betty can go either way.
yeah, they say to use the points or not to use the points. In the book, do they say to use if point A represents Alice's current production, point B? Does this make sense? Because it just seems like because the possibilities production curve is supposed to be what they could make, so it seems weird that you would just stick at A and B.
Well, and that's what they did in the book, though, when they were talking about the potatoes and the beef.
Yeah.
That when they're making whatever production they're making the best for both products,
Mm-hmm.
1 more ounce of beef than he could make if he just did it on his own, his own consumption. And so I would say to use the points if we're going to base it off the consumption process, with what they make and what they consume.
Yeah.
And if we did that, Betty would get more lemonade and Alice would get more pizza. If Alice produced lemonade and Betty produced the pizza.
Okay, I'll go with that. I think that's
if I'm thinking about that right.
Sorry, I'm listening to you guys. I'm just.
No, you're fine. We're on question 6, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was following. I agree with what is it, Darcy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Does that make sense? Am I like?
Yeah,
I think
so
so.
that makes total sense.
I was just looking. Looking at the other question or the other answers and thinking that they weren't right. I was just kind of going through which ones necessarily weren't right, and then going from there also.
Yeah, I was looking between. It was between.
So we know the
A
bottom
and B.
obviously wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was going to be going by the points. Yeah, going by that point of production that they're doing right now.
Yeah. All right, let's go to 7 then.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys for a minute and meet with this teacher, and then I'll try and get back with you guys if you guys are still on.
All right, that's fine. I think I sent you a link, so I think you can just click back on that link and it'll bring you back.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Later.
Okay, so Ken and Triggers, who both make tables and chairs. In 1 month, Ken can make 3 tables or 18 chairs, whereas Tracy can make 8 tables or 24 chairs. We know it costs. So you can make 3 tables or 18 chairs. So 1 table or 6 chairs, and then 1 table or 3
so I
chairs.
thought it was 1 tables for Ken, because if you make 1 chair, it's like a 1/6 of a table. Is that right?
Yeah, hold on. For Ken, 3 tables or 18 chairs. So sorry, my brain is not working right now.
Okay.
You know, the average cost of one chair is, so yeah, 1/6.
So I think it would be A
But
because
if you to make one chair, yeah, because 1/6 of a chair and 1/3 of a table for Tracy.
yeah, to make
I
one
think
chair
that's
be
right.
a table and a third of a table.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I agree with that one.
Okay. And
Okay,
Korea
while
can
I was
switch
waiting, I
between.
was kind of reading ahead.
Oh, you're fine. Totally.
And so when you read this next one, I show what I was doing, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Assume that Japan and Korea can switch between producing cars at a constant rate. Japan's opportunity cost of one car is. So what were you thinking then?
Well, so the one side just shows how many hours it takes to make a car. So 30 in an airplane, 150, 50 in 150. So over a 24-hour period, it can do 80 cars to 16 planes or 48 cars to 16 planes. Again, I thought it was 8 because we're talking about the airplane, but maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, one car.
Okay, so
Yeah, one car would be a fifth of an airplane.
yeah, because this car, so Japan, so 30, so that's one, so 30 over 150 is 1/5, right?
Yeah. And so it'd be 1/5 of an airplane, and Korea would be 1/3 because you do 50 over 150.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
So it's
So
just
it's a
talking
lot
about
like
one
the one
car.
above.
Yeah. Yeah, almost the same as that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Suppose Arturo is. Do you already look at this one too? When you're waiting. Suppose Arturo is willing to trade for each 10 tacos that Dina produces and sends to Arturo. In combination of tacos and burritos could Dina then consume, assuming Dina specializes in taco production, Arturo specializes in burrito production. So if they specialize, I mean, they only do that one. So Arturo does burritos, just tacos. What?
So for every 10 tacos that Dina makes,
She gets 6
it costs
burritos.
her, what does it cost her? Like if she does,
So willing to trade 6 burritos for Dina's 10 tacos. So she'll get 6 burritos if she gives 10 tacos. So it costs her 10 tacos
so
for 6 burritos.
so we need to go back to the whole process of what is, so Dina's taco ratio, like 200 over 400, which is 1/2. So she gets, she makes half a burrito for every taco she makes. Is that right?
1 burrito for every 2 tacos.
She makes 2 tacos, yeah. So it's 2 tacos to 1 burrito, right? For her?
Yeah. Yeah, but the price that they set is 6 burritos for 10 tacos.
Yeah, we have to, I think we can break it down to find out. So
And then it's 1.
So 10 tacos would cost her, would be 5 burritos. So he's willing to give her 1 more burrito than she can make herself at 10 tacos.
Yeah.
Burritos at 10 tacos. So.
Okay.
So what does it say? It's asking uncommissioned taco burritos could Dina then consume, assuming taco production.
These are the following combination of tacos and burritos that Dina can then consume.
She made 10 tacos. You has to give him 10 out of all of hers.
Yeah. For 6 burritos. Sorry, I gotta plug in my computer.
So if she made 400 tacos,
$400 divided by 6, whatever that is. So she could get 66 burritos or 66 burritos for
But
400
she gave,
tacos.
so she has to give for every 10 that she, each 10 tacos. Does that mean she gives him 40 tacos and he gives her, or she gives him?
The way I see it is, so he gives her 6 burritos, she gives him 10 tacos. So if she had 400 tacos, she could get 66 burritos.
But how many tacos does she have to give up of that 400?
All of them. So if she only did tacos, she would have to give up all 400 tacos for 66 burritos.
Doesn't seem right. So if she wanted to do 5 tacos, that would cost her, I mean, 5 burritos. She would have to make 10 less tacos, right?
Yeah.
5 if she was doing that herself.
But I don't think I get what you're saying. Oh, you mean if she was doing it herself? Sorry.
Yeah, so if she wanted burritos, she'd have to subtract 10 tacos every time she wanted a burrito, right?
Are you talking about because of...
I mean, she would have to, if she wanted 5 burritos, for every 10 burritos, every 10 tacos, 5 burritos. To make 5 burritos,
Yes.
it cost her 10 tacos on her own.
Yes.
But in order to get 60 burritos, she'd have to give him tacos. So that can't be right. Right?
No, because she could get 66 burritos for 400 tacos.
Yeah, but if you're looking at the answers below.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking right now.
Like there's not, so, but it says that the following combination of tacos and burritos could Diana then consume and eat, assuming Diana specializes in taco production and Arturo specializes in burrito production.
Yeah, does that mean they only make, so she's
Okay,
only going to make tacos and he's only going to make burritos?
Okay, so she gives him, so if she specializes in taco, it doesn't mean that she has to give up making burritos, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, let's start with the first one, 100. So if she consumes 100 tacos, that means she had to give him
Oh
how
yeah,
many?
because she would still make 100 tacos.
So how many burritos could she make if she made 100 tacos?
100 tacos, she would
Tacos
lose.
to one burrito.
Yeah,
so 50.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So
50.
she made 100. So for, gosh, I don't know. My brain's not working. So she went down through. So she's going to not make 300 make, right? And so that's going to.
What I'm trying to figure out here is the burrito side. Like I don't understand the burrito side. Like it's either really too big or really too small. So okay, 60. Let's say she gives him 60 tacos. No, that's all right.
Okay.
So let's see.
We're talking about what she's gonna get, right? Not what he's gonna get.
Well, we have to have both. We have to know how much she's gonna produce because whatever she produces in tacos, she also makes up in burritos.
Yeah.
But she also gives him some tacos, and she gets some burritos back from him.
Mm.
Kind of like the beef and potato thing, where
Yeah.
she still makes some potatoes.
So 1/2. So if she gives one burrito, or so if she doesn't make one burrito, then she can make 2 more. We go down 5. If we don't make 100 tacos, then we have 50 tacos. So 400. She goes from 400 to 300 tacos. Then she would be able to make 50 more burritos.
Mm-hmm.
So then she'd be at 250. So she could do 300 tacos and 250 burritos. But that's going to get way too high for burritos.
Yeah. And she's got to figure out somewhere where.
Way too high for tacos.
Yeah.
Unless she gets a.
Because she can't, 340 doesn't sound right, because she can't make 340 tacos and already gives them away, because if she's making close to 400, she's not making any burritos. So there's no way she'd make 40.
Yeah, and she can't make more than 400.
Because if she gives 60 burritos, if she gives 60 tacos away, she's only going to get 6 burritos, not 40. That's if she's making 400, because she's not making any burritos.
Mm-hmm.
So D doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah.
To eliminate that.
It's not.
If she's making 300 tacos and she gives 100 tacos to
whatever his name
Arturo,
is, she'd only get 16 tacos.
So Arturo gets 100 tacos, and she gets 60 burritos. Right?
I think with 200 it seems.
So there's 10 tens and 100.
But I guess we're not taking into account what she's still going to be able to make.
Yeah.
So she gives 200 tacos to him for 6 burritos. She gets 33. And she makes 200, then she can make, or she only makes 200, then she can make 100 more burritos. So let's see. So 200. Yeah.
But then she's got to give some of those tacos away.
Yeah.
In order to get 30 more burritos.
That's true, because we're thinking about if she made 400 tacos. But if she made 300 tacos, gave 100 away, there'd be 50 more burritos she would get to make. So if we go down to 300, would burritos move down to, I don't know, this is so confusing to me.
She gets 60 tacos from him. If she gives him 100 tacos, like 10, so that's 10 different sets of 10. That means she has to give him, he has to give her 60 burritos. No, 10 burritos.
Yeah. If she can give him 10 sets of tacos, so she'll get 10 burritos.
You get 10 burritos if she gave him 100 tacos.
No.
And she gets 6 tacos for every 10.
So she'll get 60 burritos for 100 tacos, right?
60 burritos for 100 tacos. So if she keeps 200 tacos, if she makes 300, then she can make how many burritos?
Yeah, she gives 100. If she makes 300 tacos, if she makes...
Because if she makes 300 tacos, she can make...
Because for every 2 tacos...
150 burritos.
Because for 2 tacos, she gets 1 burrito. Right?
If she makes 200 tacos... No, that doesn't make sense.
She makes 200 tacos, she get 100 burritos, right? Because that's still 1/2. She made 300 tacos.
150.
She would get whatever is 150.
So she made 200, and he gave him 100. So that's her with 100 tacos. She would have
100. Well, yeah, she'd have 100. No.
Burritos on the answer. It comes down to,
Yeah,
I think,
she'd be under that.
it's almost like the best educated guess, if you're like guessing, is B.
Yeah, so let's see. If she made 300 tacos. She would get 150 burritos, right?
Yep. But that's before he even gives her burritos.
Oh yeah, so she would have 200 tacos, and she would have 150, but then that's too many burritos.
Yeah. The 340 tacos.
He gives her 60.
So if she makes 350 tacos, she can only make 50 burritos. Is that right? No.
350 tacos.
She can only make.
So she gave.
How's that work?
Wouldn't it only be 175? How does that work? No, it would be way lower than that. So if she made 350, he would only make 25.
Should I make 25
burritos,
tacos?
Right?
Yeah, that's it.
If she made 350 tacos, she would make 25 burritos. Because we're going down 50, so that gives her half of 50 is 25. So 25 burritos, and then she gave him 60. She would get 6 burritos, but that's obviously not the right answer.
Oh my gosh.
This is so annoying. So 300, that'd be 100. So then she'd be at 50. We were thinking about that backwards. So she did 300, she get 50 burritos. So 300 burritos.
Actually, it is 300 tacos and 660 burritos. It is C. Because if she makes 400 tacos and no burritos herself and gives away 100, he has to give her 60 burritos, right? Because she gave him 100 tacos, which is 10 sets of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we way overthought that.
I think we did too. I love it. I'm super excited. I'm so dumb. My brain wants to be smarter than me.
I've just been staring at this computer screen since 10 this morning, and my eyes are just like burning.
I go to work full time and stare at a different computer screen, but not this. So.
But same thing, I guess.
Okay.
I was behind because I didn't do anything this weekend, so I had to catch up.
I know.
That's a long one. Okay. Suppose that a worker in Fredonia units of corn, 2 units of wheat per day. Slovenia can produce 2 units of corn or 6 units of wheat per day. I said per day. I meant per year.
Okay.
Each nation has 10 workers. Without trade, consumes 30 units of corn and 10 units of wheat per year. Where am I? Sorry. Slovenia produces and consumes 10 units of wheat. Is then initiated between the two countries, and Fredonia sends 30 units of corn to Slovenia in exchange for 30 units of wheat. Fredonia will now be able to consume a maximum of. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
That's a lot to get straight. I'm going to need a piece of paper for this. So have you looked at this one and thought about this one at all?
No, this is where I kind of got stuck. Like I kind of got stuck on that, the one before Japan's. So they have 10 workers.
Okay. So we have Fredonia. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Did you look at this at all before?
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, Fredonia. We have Sylvania. And let's say Fredonia can produce 6 units of corn. So we have corn and we have wheat. And they can produce 6 corn or 2 wheat per year. So they can't. So that's saying, right? So they can't. If they produce 2 wheat, they can't produce any corn, right? Because it's either 6 units of corn or 2 units of wheat.
No, and 2 units. So it's both.
Does yours say and?
Yeah. Does yours not say and?
No, it says or. It says 6 units of corn or 2 units of wheat. Right at the top. And Sylvania can produce either 2 units of corn or 6 units of wheat.
Okay, so on the computer. Oh no, never mind. I'm looking at a different part. No, you're right. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm looking at the next part of the question. So Fredonia produces. So they can either produce 60 units because they each have 10 workers. So 60 units of corn or 20 units of wheat, or 20 units of corn and 60 units of wheat. And so then Fredonia they consume 30 units of corn and 10 units of wheat. And Sylvania, why can't they pick normal names?
Right.
Produces and consumes of wheat. Okay, suppose the trade is in place. So Fredonia sends 30 units of corn to Sylvania.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta get this written down real quick.
Sylvania exchanges for 30 units of wheat.
So it's just 30-30 back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Fredonia is better at producing corn and Sylvania is better at producing wheat.
But
hold on. Gotta get this written out so I can see it on paper. So they consume each nation has 10 workers without a trade. Fredonia can produce and consume. So wait, Fredonia only produces and consumes 30 units of corn and 10 units of wheat per year? But if they have 6 units of corn per worker,
okay, so
they produce 6. Of course, because they.
So Fredonia can produce either 60 of corn or 20 of wheat, and then
So they're doing 5 and
20 of corn and 60 of wheat. So if Fredonia
5 and 5, right?
Corn, so if they send 60 units of corn, they send 30, that would leave them 30 units.
Yeah.
And then Fredonia.
So right now they're producing 5 workers are producing. Oh, sorry, I was just saying Fredonia is producing 5 units of 5 workers producing corn and 5 workers are producing wheat, right? Sorry, that was just random out of my head.
Oh, I see. I was looking at it as if we say Fredonia produces only corn with their 10 workers, so they produce wheat, and then Sylvania or whatever produces all wheat, so 60 wheat.
Yeah.
That means Fredonia, if they were able to consume a maximum of 30 units of corn plus 30 units of wheat. Because they could produce 60, they would send half of it, keep 30, and then
they would get 30 back, right?
Sends them 30 wheat.
So none of those answers add up to that, right? Because then they would want to be 60 units of wheat. 30 units of corn and 30 units of wheat.
A adds up because Fredonia, because it's asking how much can Fredonia consume now with the trade. But if they produce only the 60 of corn, they'll send half of that away, so that leaves them 30. And then Sylvania sends them 30 wheat.
Oh yeah, because they're not producing any. I see what you're saying. They're not producing any corn, or wheat.
Because if they were producing, because they can't produce half of it, they can't do 50 and 50, because if they did that, they'd have no corn for themselves because they'd be shipping all their corn away. So my guess would be.
They'd have to produce. Yeah, I think that's right. Is really, I mean, because that definitely maximizes whatever they would get.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one. Soon the farmer and the rancher can switch between producing pork and producing tomatoes at a constant rate. Soon the farmer and the rancher each has 24 labor hours available. If each person spends all his time producing the good in which he has a comparative advantage, and trade takes place at a price of 1 pound of pork for 2 pounds of tomatoes, then. Okay. Looked at this one at all?
No. So.
Okay. So labor hours needed to make 1 pound of. 4 for the rancher. Pork.
So the rancher becomes 1 and 1.
Yeah, so he can go either way, right?
And the pork tomatoes 1/2 or 2. So if
2
you're
over
giving
1 or 1 over 2.
So if you're giving 1 pound
For 2 for
tomatoes, you give 6 pounds. That would leave him with 5. Him with 5. I think they would both gain, because so if you just do the 1 pound, so if the rancher gives 1 pound of his pork, that would put the farmer to 5 and keep the rancher at 5, right? 5 and 5.
Yeah.
And then the rancher would have to give 2 tomatoes, 2 pounds, I mean. So that would give him, well, no, that would give him 6 pounds.
So there'd be 5 and 5 on pork. If the rancher gave 1 thing of pork, it'd be 5 and 5, but then he would get 2 tomatoes. So they'd be 5 and 5, and then he'd be 6 and 8.
So it would be the rancher will gain.
I think they both really, because they both, I guess the rancher will have less pork but more tomatoes, and the farm will have more pork and less tomatoes. I think nobody gains, or it's either, but they both do.
Well, the thing is he's gaining pork, but he's losing tomatoes. But
yeah,
and the ranchers, I guess, the same way.
Yeah.
But the farmer loses more because he loses 2 pounds, but the rancher only loses 1.
That's true.
And he gains 2 pounds, where the other rancher only loses 1. Only gains 1. So it's almost like the farmer will gain from this trade, but the rancher will not. Or they'll both gain. It's either A or C.
You don't think D, neither the farmer nor the rancher will gain from the trade, because they're not better off?
The farmer gains. No.
He loses tomatoes.
He's losing 2 pounds.
Yeah. It's the rancher who's not losing a lot. He's only losing 1 pound of pork, but he's gaining 2 pounds of tomatoes.
So the rancher gains, but the farmer doesn't. Maybe.
It's just so confusing, because like, what counts as a gain? They're both technically gaining something, but they're both losing something. So that's why I maybe think it's neither the farmer or the trade, because it's not like they're both best situated.
If each person spends all of his time producing the good in which he has a competitive advantage.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about that. So
yeah,
farmer is better at producing the tomatoes. And the rancher is better, well, at pork. So that means if he gives 1 pork, he gains pork, and he gains tomatoes.
Yeah, so he'll.
So that means that 24 hours. So 24 hours, you could get 3, so that's 8 tomatoes.
6, right?
8
Because he
tomatoes.
can
So
need 4.
He'd have 6. He'd have 6, and the farmer would have 2.
So they both gain because the farmer would have no pork and he would get 1, and the rancher would get 2 tomatoes in return. So it'd be 1 pork, 6 tomatoes, and 5 and 2 tomatoes.
And even if they did 2, so they give him 2 pork, they'd both be 4, or both be. Let's see. He'd have 6 pork, right? And you give the farmer
If you give him
2,
2.
he'd have 2, and he'd have 4 still.
Yeah.
The 8, he would have 4, and the farmer would get 4.
Yeah.
So I think they both would gain.
Yeah, both would gain. But I mean, yeah, because they can't both produce. Because technically, the farmer's not. It's not like he's producing 4 pork and 8 tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
He's only producing 8 tomatoes or 4 pork, right?
Yeah.
So I think they both gain from the trade.
Okay. Oh my heavens, my brain hurts with economics.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to get into the mode of it and you get going. But I've been doing this for too long today. But this is the last thing I have to do today, so gotta get it done.
Do you have kids?
No, we got one on the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So cranky.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3, but one's in college, and my 2 here, one's 14, one's 11. So
Oh, okay.
it was my 11-year-old who decided to pull the plug on my internet.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to the next one. How do you even say that name? Hosney?
Hasni?
Hasni? Something like that. And Merv switched from each person dividing her time equally between the production of purses and wallets to each person spending all her time producing the good in which she has a comparative advantage, then total production of purses will increase by. Okay, I think I just read that and I didn't even listen to it myself.
So if H and M switch from each person dividing their time equally between the production of purses and wallets to each person spending all of her time producing the good which she is good at, that she has the advantage of making.
So
yeah, then the total production of purses will increase. So obviously H is better at purses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
H is better at purses. So she can do, so if they were splitting their time.
But for 10 purses, because the comparative advantage, we have to find the opportunity cost.
Yeah.
So for 10 purses, she's going to lose 8 wallets, wherein M, for 4 purses, would lose 6 wallets. So I guess it's which is better. Where are we losing less, I guess, better said. So I got to write this down again. 10 and 6 over 4. So 2, 4 over 5, and 2, 3 over 2. So 4 over 5 and 3 over 2. So I don't really know which one's better out of that. I guess we figure out for what it would be for 1.
So for every 1 purse, she's giving up 1.5 wallets. Is that correct?
Merv? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's 3 over 2.
Which is 1.5.
Yeah.
So she can make 1.5 wallets to the 1 purse.
Yeah, so she's losing.
Whereas
she's losing
4/5.
Where she's. So technically, Hosne is losing. Oh, she's losing less of a purse than Merv is. Is that right? Seems weird.
So every 10 purses, you could do 8 wallets, right?
So that for her making wallets then, or her making purses? Well, if she makes 10 purses, or she makes 1 purse, she even loses 1.25 wallets. So she does then Merv does, because if Merv does wallets 2 divided by 3. She loses 0.6 wallets.
No, she loses 1.5 wallets for every purse. It's 3 over 2 over 4 breaks down to 3 over 2. So she loses 1.5 wallets for every purse that she makes. Whereas for every...
No, because she loses, for 3 purses, she loses 2 wallets. So for 1 purse, doesn't she lose 1.5 wallet?
No, you have that backwards. Wallets is the long one. Wallets is the y-axis.
Yeah.
So don't you put that on top?
Yeah.
So 3 over 2. So every 3 purses,
she loses 2 wallets.
or 1.5 wallets. If you divide it out.
But for purses, then you divide 2 divided by 3, right? So you're figuring out how many, if she makes 1 purse, how many wallets does she lose?
0.6. Oh, I don't know how to do this one. Well, so let's just say if Hossein makes the purses, then she
Make
would,
10.
the purse production would go up by 6, but that's not even an answer. If I'm thinking that way. If
The hard part is we don't know what they were producing before, right?
well, I don't know what this is. They're splitting their time, but if they don't, like, so what's half of their time? So 2. So if she was doing 2, and then she would have to do like, would then be 3.
So 3
And
over
hers
2
would be
again.
5 and 4. So it would increase by, the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. It would increase by 3 purses.
So if they divide their time equally, so she only makes 3 purses, then she gets...
Well, she'd only make 2 because you're dividing the time. So you cut down the purses by half of what she can fully make.
Yeah.
So that would cut down H's purses to 5 and M's purses to 2. So the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. If you increase the purses, there'd be three more purses that could be made between the difference.
Yeah. Because if they switched, but it just says that they were dividing their time equally. I don't know if that means they were dividing completely. So if they're equally, so we have 2, then she'd be able to make, so for every 2 purses we make, she can make 3 purses. Yeah, so 2, 3.
And 5
I'm
and
good
4.
with 3. I really don't know what else to put.
That would be my educated guess with it. Is I would have, oh crap.
Because they're making 7 purses before, and then now they're making 10.
Yeah, now they're making 10.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
would be, that's how I would have, that's the only way I can think of rooting out that. Because we don't know anything more
Yeah,
except
because
dividing it by 2.
and if Merv was making purses, there wouldn't be more than 7, so it has to be okay. I agree with that. All right, 13, getting so close, almost. Assume that the farmer and the rancher can switch between producing pork and producing tomatoes at constant rate. The farmer should spend of tomatoes, right? So he'll get every 2 pork.
Yeah, because he gets
Or 1/2.
he can get half a pork to 2 tomatoes. That's 1 and 1. So the farmer should specialize in tomato, and the rancher should specialize in the production of pork.
Yeah.
Right? B? Okay.
Yeah, I have to say so. Because he's only losing half a pork when he makes 2 tomatoes, right? Or when he makes 1 tomato, he's losing half a pork.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
Okay. Assume that Maya and Miguel can switch between producing, you're right, mixers and produce. Right. Maya has an absolute advantage in the production of. So she can make more of everything. Both goods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the of both goods, and a comparative advantage in. So for 8 toasters, she'll give up 5 mixers. So would she have the comparative advantage in toasters?
In mixers.
Would she have the comparative in mixers?
Yeah, so she has.
Because for 5 mixers, she loses. Sorry, go ahead.
Because if you look at Miguel's, they're 1/2 or 2. Either 1/2 in mixers and 2 in toasters. And what's 8 divided by 5? Is only 1.6 for toasters.
Yeah.
So it's mixers.
So but doesn't that mean that McGill's losing less mixers? So he should be making toasters, right? And then she should be making.
Yeah, he makes 2 toasters for every mixer, and Maya only makes 1.6 toasters for every mixer.
For every mixer. So she should make mixers.
Whereas 1/2 is all Miguel makes in mixers, and he does.
Yeah, I think that's right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if he makes 2 toasters, he's only, and if she makes the 1 toaster, she's losing 1.6.
Yeah. Yes, that's A.
All right, total output in each line, like these kind of questions. Total output and especially for the research principles. So B.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. 5 more. Arturo and Dina would not be able to get. Arturo and Dina would not be able to gain from trade if Dina's opportunity cost of 1 taco changed to from the trade. So let's see.
2 burritos.
Hold on. Sorry.
Because it's already half a burrito, so it can't be
So he's
that.
one.
So it's not A. And it's not.
So he's 1/3. Go ahead.
Let's see, so it's not A. Okay, so right now she can get.
Because right now he's
And if she had 3/4.
right now he's getting 1/2, right? So I'm having a hard time understanding this one. Can you explain to me what you're doing?
Okay, so right now one taco is half a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
So she can get 2 tacos for a full burrito, which meant she could make 10 tacos and make 5 burritos, right? And he was
Yeah.
going to give
Okay.
her
So she's good.
6 burritos. But if she had 3/4 of a burrito for one taco, that means it would be 1.5 tacos for one burrito, right?
1.5 tacos for one burrito. If she gave it 3/4.
3/4.
Gosh, I'm so confused. My brain is just shutting down. Okay.
In my opinion, it's C or D, but I don't know how to figure that out, which one it really is.
So if her opportunity cost changed to 2 tacos, so she had one burrito.
His is, so hers is, and his is 3/4.
Yeah. So if her opportunity cost changed.
It can never be over 3/4. It has to stay between 1/2 and 3/4 because that's where that little range goes. So even if it changed to 4/3, so my guess would be, even if it changed to 4, I mean, I don't know if it's 3/4 is the right answer. Because in a textbook, remember it said something about.
Well, the price won't go outside of that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Or it wouldn't be, there wouldn't be an advantage.
Even if it matches it or if it just goes outside of it. Because if it matches it, the answer would be 3/4.
Yeah, because then there would be no area in between the two.
So you think it's 3/4?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because if it's 3/4 and they're both 3/4 and then there's no price that they could.
Yeah.
Sell.
That would be B.
For like whatever's between 1/2 and 3/4.
Yeah, because in the chapter it talked about that it has to stay under that.
Yeah.
For the beef and stuff.
All right. Let's hope that's right.
The definition exports are.
Goods produced domestically and sold abroad. Right. Let's get another one of those. No. Assume that England and Spain can switch between. Okay, it's like the same thing every time. England should export so they can make 10 bread, 40 cheese.
That's 4 and then 1/4.
So they can 1/4.
Spain is 2 and 1/2.
So it's 4/1 and 2/1, or 1/2 and 1/4. So we have 4/10. So I think
they definitely should make cheese, but.
So for one cheese, was that right?
Yeah, they should make the cheese for sure, right? Because they can do 4 cheese.
So they can do 4 cheese for 1 bread, or they can do 1 cheese for 1/4 bread.
Okay.
Then Spain can do 1 cheese. So 2 cheeses for 1, or 1 cheese for a half. So technically it's costing England less bread to do 1 cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the opportunity cost of cheese is less. So they should export cheese and import bread.
It's not asking. It just wants to know what they want to import. And
No, it says England should export.
almost don't want to import.
It's asking what they should export.
Oh.
Is
Oh
yours
yeah.
asking?
Okay.
So it should import cheese, or sorry, export cheese, because cheese is less costly to them than bread. Because for bread, they have to give up 4 cheeses for 1 bread.
Yeah. So port cheese at A, right?
Yeah. And then Spain's only giving up, it has to give up half a bread for 1 cheese. Okay. Suppose that a worker in boatland can produce either 5 units of wheat or 25 units of fish per year, and a worker in farmland can produce 25 units of wheat or 5 units of fish per year. So this is just like the other one we had.
Yeah.
There are 30 workers in each country. No trade occurs between the 2 countries. Boatland produces 75 units of wheat and 375 units of fish per year, with farmland producing 275. If trade were to occur, boatland would trade 90 units of fish to farmland in exchange for 80 units of wheat. If boatland now completely specialized in fish production, how many units of fish could it have imported wheat? So it'd have to give 90 fish to get 80 wheat. So if they produce at their maximum.
So Boatland now completely specializes in fish.
Yeah.
So Boatland is
30 times 25 is what?
no, they're doing fish. So 5 times 30.
No, that's wheat. They're 25 times 30.
Oh, Boatland.
So they can produce 470 fish, but they have to give away 90 to get 80 wheat. 660 units.
Okay, so 25 times 3 is 750.
Yeah.
750 they can produce.
Then they have to give 90 away to get 80 units of wheat.
So
660.
660. Okay.
Yeah, because it says if boatland were not completely specialized in fish, how many units of fish could it now consume along with the 80 units of wheat? So it's saying it's going to get 80. So we just have to do one exchange.
Okay.
All right, last one. Finally.
Colombia specialized in the production of.
So Colombia. So they produce 1/2. So the opportunity cost for 1 pound of coffee is 1/2 pound of soybeans, right?
They can make 2 pounds of coffee.
For 1/2. Yeah, 2 pounds of coffee for every pound of soybeans. So they're
and chili is 12 over 16, which is 3/4.
Yeah. So they can make Chile can make 4 pounds of coffee, but they lose 3 pounds of soybeans. So I guess for one coffee they're gonna get 1/3 soybean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Colombia is gonna get 1 coffee and 1/2 soybean.
2 coffee.
Yeah. So
2 pounds for 1/2 of a soybean. So if they make for every 2, they get a half. They make it costs them a half.
No, for every 2 pounds of coffee, they get 1 pound of soybeans.
That's right.
So if they were going to do 1 coffee, they would get half soybeans. Wherein Chile would get 1/3 of a pound of soybeans for 1 pound of coffee. So they have, I think, so Chile would have a lower opportunity cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Than Colombia. So Colombia should specialize in production of soybeans and import coffee. Does that sound right? Because the opportunity cost of coffee in Chile is 1/3. Opportunity cost of
That's 1.3 if they do, and theirs is 2.
yeah.
So they produce 2 pounds of coffee,
For every 1 pound of soybeans.
and then they produce 1.3 pounds of coffee for every 3/4 pounds of soybeans, or for every 1 pound of soybeans.
Colombia or Chile?
No, I think Colombia should make coffee. And points. Well, no, because that.
But when you're doing opportunity costs, you have to switch them. So 16
Yeah.
would be on top. So with Chile, they get 3 pounds of soybeans for every 4 pounds of coffee, but every 4 pounds of coffee, they only get 3 pounds of chili. So if you go down to 1, there would be 1 pound of coffee for 1/3 pound of soybeans. So they're losing less soybeans, whereas in Colombia is losing 1/2 pound of soybeans for every 1 pound of coffee.
So Colombia should do soybeans.
I think they should do soybeans, yeah, because they're losing.
Okay.
Well, let's see about that. How much coffee are they losing from doing soybeans?
They're losing 2.
So for every 1 coffee, they're losing 2 soybeans, and but in Chile they're losing 4. They're losing 3. Oh, I don't know. My brain is so fried. Whew.
But so your first instinct is soybeans and import coffee.
Well, maybe. What do you think? I don't know.
Well,
because
Chile has a higher soybean 3/4 over 1/2.
yeah. So the opportunity cost for soybeans is 4 coffees, but when you have 1 pound of soybeans,
4/3, which is 1.3. So the coffee, if you do it the other way around, 4/3, that's 1.3 is their cost, whereas Colombia is 2.
So Colombia has a higher cost of opportunity cost for soybeans, right?
With coffee. Because their coffee's 2, whereas Chile's coffee is 1.3.
So they should raise soybeans, or what do you think? Because I think what you're saying is right. No.
Because then if that's the right, what I'm saying sounds right, then they should keep their higher cost, which is coffee, and then import the soybeans.
But they want to produce what has the least opportunity cost, right?
I don't know. If that's the case, then you're listening, right? Soybeans and let's do soybeans and coffee.
I literally can't even think about what it's supposed to be. Is it least opportunity cost is what you produce? Yeah, so whatever provides the least amount of opportunity cost is what you're going to produce, right? If it provides a higher opportunity cost, then you don't want to produce that. Does that sound right?
That makes our cheese one on number 18 wrong then.
Does it? So they have a... No, I think that's still right, though, because then they're only losing... The opportunity cost of cheese is only losing 1/4 of bread, whereas in Spain are losing 1/2 of bread.
Okay.
For 1 cheese. So technically they have a higher opportunity cost. They're losing more in exchange for producing 1 cheese. But we might have...
Okay, so let's answer B.
Okay, I put B. Oh, well, that is done. I guess we'll see how that goes.
So now we submit it.
Yes. So I think then we just are going to submit it.
And then we have
And then
to
I'll post.
And then you'll post the link, and then we can post it into our thing.
Yeah. So I'll post the link, and I think all you have to do is submit this, and I don't think you have to do anything else.
We missed 3.
Oh, we didn't do 3?
No, we that's how many we missed.
Oh, you missed 3?
Yeah.
Oh, what grade is that?
It's a B.
Oh, I haven't turned mine in yet.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'll go post this, and then that's pretty good. I thought we would have done. I felt like that was a harder than.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go post this.
Yep. If you'll post that to, so where are you posting it again? Sorry, I'm like.
There's a group. Well, it's a group collaboration page right here on the due date one for Econ 151. So it says post a link from your Google Hangout on air group meeting to the discussion board, group collaboration, then start a new thread.
And
so
then,
just post it.
Do I have to do anything then for that, or?
I don't think so. It just says the discussion board is worth 10 points. You will receive 10 points if you are attendant to the group at the meeting. The instructor will spot check. And I'm just going to write down your name. So I don't know how we're supposed to report who was there, but I'll just write down the names of everybody that was.
Okay. And then hopefully
it'll
pop up. Hopefully it'll pop up in the collaboration for me too, because it says G5. So hopefully when you post it, it will come over to my thing as well, possibly. Okay.
If not, I guess you can just go find mine and then copy the link and post it in yours too.
Yeah. So there's
Okay.
not a board that we go to, right?
Oh, what?
There's not like a group we can create in our
Oh, there is a group here. It says lesson 2 group collaboration G5. So we're G5, right?
Okay, but is there a way to do it on the Hangouts, what we're on right now? Is there a way to put to create our own?
Like our own link that we use every time?
Or yeah, like when we go into Hangouts, we have our own little community.
Yeah.
Can we build a community?
Well, I think we can keep using this link over and over again.
Okay.
But I'm not totally sure. Okay.
Well, you post it and then I'll check in a bit. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.